I do rubbish with these vlogs, I do. I'm going to try and make up for this, and I have no idea when this is going to be out. It's New Year's Eve. Let me tell you what I've been doing today. Today, I went out to work and I did some shopping. I did only a little bit, I got like a Windows gift card and did bowling, had lunch there, had KFC for lunch and Subway for dinner. And then after that we came back. At this present moment I'm making these little month props. So this says Nov, well otherwise short for November. And it's made out of pictures of what has happened in the year. So for instance, we had Children in Need, we had Christmas, all that type of stuff. Pictures. Sorry. So that's that. Now I'm going to try and fill this up somehow, so with some sort of talk, I don't know. But at this present moment I'm just deciding what I need to do, because I need to film a couple of more bits for May for the end of the year video. Also I had this lip sync video uploading at this time. Second time uploading it because the Cake by the Ocean song by DNCE got muted. The whole video, like the sound got muted so no one could hear it. So I'm re-uploading it and praying that nothing bad will happen. That video will probably take a couple more. If it doesn't go well tonight, then it's gonna take a bit more longer, and then I'm probably going to cancel it. But if this works, it means that I am never doing this type of big video again. So yeah, Happy New Year everyone. I'll try and keep this going until tonight. Okay, to fill this vlog up, I think there's something we need to talk about. Now, I'm hoping that Casey Neistat and other like filmmakers will have like a bit of an understanding of what I'm going to say. And I'm going to tell you the progress of making the Real or Fake documentary and how it all went. And then after that I'm going to finish this. Okay, so let's start it. First, I started with how am I going to do this? How am I going to present this out? So how do I do it? How did I decide it? I decided of how I wanted to do it, and without any actual thinking to this, I just went onto Word document and wrote my little thing out. I did. Kind of like a script of words I'm going to say, but also I had to do a bit of my research just to double check the facts behind it of whether this was real or not real, and also the facts on the faking murders, etc. of how can it play out if you actually fake murder, which means that if you do actually do that, you will be responsible for actually, you might have to pay a fine for your pretend crime. Yeah, bit stupid to do. So that's how I did it, and I put it into different categories of how I was going to write this. I wrote like a mini intro and the YouTubers that I was going to do, as I did about 4. So I did it 1 to 4. So it would be like 1, wine here, go 2, jugger nuggets, etc. in the order that I wanted them. And then I put it in like a bit of a sentence I did. I try not to keep it too long, because I can actually just think of it on the spot and say it in front of the camera. So how it was, I started off with the YouTuber's name. I wrote down what they do on their channels, and then go into detail of what the situation happened, and then I would say if it was fake or real. Most of them I think was fake. Very rarely we will get a real into it. So that's how I would do it for every single one. But then for the last one, as you know, with Jugger Nuggets, we went into a bit more detail, we did, on the facts behind it, and I also gave my opinions and told you of the videos that I've made about him in September and I finished my last one was in like October. Which, just to let you know guys, I don't like those type of videos. I call them drama videos, they're negative videos, they're not benefiting anything for the channel. Of course it gets views, but yeah, again, I don't care, to be honest. If my video got 1 million, then there will probably be something in me to say, oh, the world is screwed, it is. But that's how I would do it. And then when I got into it, as soon as I wrote the script, printed it out, and then I went over to the filming, and I had to decide how I was going to do the intros, the little bit of the talking, the over narration bit, which I know there was tons of problems. That's why I did that talk video, and that's why I'm going to do that for every single one. The reason I didn't do it for the perfect presence because I think that was fine. That one was good. So I would get into the filming and I would have to decide what locations I'm going to have to do, and I had to tell myself that it had to be inside and it had to be outdoors and it'll just have to sometimes be a voice. By the way, that little bit with Toby Turner in, what I just said about that little bit of like a cutscene between the dock, that was last minute. I didn't really put it in, I wanted a bit more of that in, but I think that was quite good to go with it. In fact, if you want to watch the doc, I will put in the link in the description, which, man, I love. So, after thinking about how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do the filming of it, I went up, first did my bedroom, did a couple of scenes there, came down, rested, waited the next day, and then I did most of it, and I did eventually completed it. But what I did was I did edit, film, edit and film. So I was doing both at the same time, which means I couldn't let my computer or laptop be turned off fully, otherwise I would just lose everything. So the documentary, my first doc, that one took days, it did. The other one took not that long to do, really. Took less than a day, it did. But so I filmed in those locations. I did the voice narration. Now, when you do that, I didn't do it, but I'm going to say future advice for other ones: speak up louder. Don't have your voice going minimum like this. Try and speak up louder. Yeah, it's a microphone, but yeah, again, the people may not be able to hear you. So make sure you speak up louder. After all the filming was done, I went back to do the full editing. I looked it over very badly, I did, and then at the end of it, you want to be careful what you put. As of, you need to make credit to the music, you want to make credit to the YouTubes that you love. I didn't really make that much of a credit to Mid-Juggernuggets and YouTube Training Vlog, considering I hate those people. And that's how I did it. And with the credits, with that, you don't put actors and stuff like that. No, you just put who's the presenter, director and producer and writer. Because you do have those people in a doc. Some docs have them, some docs don't have them. But I did. As of how, so you must be asking to yourself, How is there a director? How is there a producer in there? A director is a person in this doc who would tell me what to do, but I gave my own directions of what to do. A producer is producing. I feel like I've got a good meaning, but I'm not going to say it. And then as for the writer, I'm the writer, so I wrote the full thing. In fact, I can't believe I'm saying this now, but if you want me to write anything for you, as sort of like a little mini sketch, a big short film, I don't mind to write it, so you need to credit me in the description or at the end of the video. So if you want me to write anything for you, as of a sketch, a short film, man, for God's even a video game story, then put like either private email me and we can solve something out. And if you know me as of a friend and personally, then we can talk over Facebook if you want. Because seriously, I've written 3 short films and I've rejected them, but I'm turning back to one of them for February. I am. But back to the whole thing. So that's that. And with the music, you want to credit what music you use, and from what editing software I was using, I couldn't credit them all. So basically, what credits you put on the end of your doc in the video, you put it in the same in the description as well. As of, I use my own music, DJ Tubes, which I am my own artist, and also Flying Tunes, which, man, make sure you go and subscribe to him. I like him. Doesn't have enough subscribers. I think that's all I used. I did use some other music. I used some Batman Arkham Asylum and City music, so that's why I did. I put that there, and also you need to put like, it was like a at the end you put your own logo, and then you put I think a Addy's production documentary by HATTON, and then thank you, outro. That's that. Now that was different to the other documentary, because the other documentary wasn't really a doc. It was kind of like a bit of a video telling you of the steps of Christmas. But I wanted to call it a doc, not a short film, because anytime I think of film, I think of a film like Star Wars Episode 7. That's what I think of, or Rogue One, or Batman, or Superman v Batman, that type of stuff, how I think of it. But as of writing stuff, I've written 3 projects, but I've rejected them because I've only filmed one of them, but I will continue the filming of that, considering that I've grown a bit more and I feel a bit more confident. So that's that. So I don't mind writing anything else. I don't mind writing a story or whatever, not a book by the way. I don't mind writing a little sketch, whatever. If you want to email me about that, then that's totally fine. I don't mind. But there are a couple of rules though. You have to use it. You can change some bits out, but you have to actually make it. And if you're making it into a short film, then please let me know the progress. I won't tell anyone. But you have to let me know the progress of it, either telling me, sending me like little clips of it, or little screenshots of your video editing software, all of that type of stuff, so I know you're doing it. Because the thing is, if I write you something and if you don't use it and you write your own thing, then I'm not willing to go by that. No. So the rules are, if you want me to write you something, you have to use it. You can change little bits up into it, not too much, but you can change some bits up to it. So that's really it. You have to do the idea, let's say, or we can have a bit of a talk about it, but you have to use it. So yeah. And if you don't believe me about this writing little thing, if I can, I'll leave some screenshots of the stuff that I've actually written. Most of the stuff I do, I'm basically like a writer, I am, and it feels weird to say that. The only thing that I have wrong with myself is grammar and the spelling, but if you're willing to understand that and how a 16-year-old would write, then that's totally okay, and I'll try my best. But how I write stuff is, what I do is, I can try and make it simpler to you, but what I do is, I should have screenshots of it now, but I do it like name, line, name, line, name, line. But I can try and make it a bit more simpler, so if you want me to write anything for you, then that's totally fine. But you're not going to see this, aren't you? Like, I'm bringing get a couple of comments, but you're not going to see this. Hope you all have a new year. Have a fantastic new year. I'm going to edit this vlog, have this up hopefully sometime tonight, and then start it again for New Year's Day, which will be the last vlog. Not the year. Anyway, Happy New Year everyone. This year's been awful for everyone else, for what's been happening, but for this channel, I think it's been better than before. Let's do this again in the new year. Peace. Actually, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Peace. I need to learn to do that.